Hey everybody, on this week's High Falls Roundup, we're going to get into politics. We're going to talk about some things happening, give you a recap of what's going on. It's the end of the Shoot and Strut Challenge. We're wrapping up the last little bit of turkey season. So any last minute entries, make sure you get in on that. If you want to buy a last minute ticket to the random draw stuff, get in on that as well. Bass season's coming up. The walleye are biting super well right now. Everybody was impressed with how many fish were in the system at the beginning of May and how the bite has continued. So if you're heading out on the water, make sure you're in on that. The bears are just starting into the actual rut. So all the reports that we're getting, bears are at baits, they're around, and the boars are just starting to bump and chase the sows around a little bit. So if you're into the bear thing, we've got that going on. I was trolling my social media today, and I found out that an issue that has existed in the past is kind of back up and going. A close friend of mine, Alex, that I was chatting with, was telling me that some municipal governments are back on the noise bylaw kick. Based on the election loss that if you're probably a firearms owner, we're still reeling about. There's a lot of positive stuff that can happen, but I think more so now than ever, it's our job as firearms owners, hunters, and people out there in the rural community that need to be paying attention to the messages that are being sent. So when we hear noise bylaw, that is concerning. That is a mechanism that's not a gun control or anything else. It's just another way to limit our rights as hunters. We faced it in the Quinte West. We faced it down and beat it out of here a few times. The person that was responsible for that is still out there and still active in that government. So we got to keep an eye on that. But down the road a little bit to our west, we're hearing that they're trying to usher in some more noise bylaws. So they would come through and basically restrict the times, early in the morning, late in the evening. They don't want to hear any gunfire. And that's going to be our peak time to be out and hunting in the fields and doing what we love to do. And it's just, quite frankly, unacceptable. So the danger of doing any political post video like this is that, we might upset some people. And the overall message is be positive, but hold everybody accountable and work together as Canadians to create a system, a country that we all love and that we all have our rights respected on. So we don't need to get crazy and nasty, but we need to stay positive and we need to stay vigilant and we need to work with all forms of government to make sure all of our rights are protected. So reach out, let us know if you're hearing of anything. We want to raise the message. Again, staying positive, but making sure that everybody, hunters, just outdoors people, have all their rights protected and that we're all going to be safe and happy to move forward in what we love to do in the outdoors.